My beloved of Canada, hear me? Archangel Michael speaks to you, the chosen ones of the true north. I am watching you across this vast land from coast to coast, from the Atlantic to the Pacific. Children of the maple leaf, listen, a terrible spirit is hiding in your shadow. You who walk on Canadian soil, open this right now to banish it from your life forever. Do not skip this message, my beloved sons and daughters of Canada, because what you are about to hear is not a coincidence. If you have opened this, it means Archangel Michael has guided your spirit from the Rockies to the shores of Newfoundland to this exact moment. Canada, my chosen nation of the North, this message is for you. There is something following you, something hidden, something that feeds off your silence and fear. But tonight, the light of Michael will expose it. For days, maybe weeks, you've been feeling it, haven't you? My chosen ones of the true North? The sudden chills when the room is quiet in your Canadian home, the flicker in the corner of your eye, the sense that someone or something is watching you when no one is there. You might have thought it was just imagination, but Archangel Michael says otherwise. He warns that there is a terrible spirit hiding in your shadow, even here in this beautiful land of Canada. A spirit that attaches itself to people who carry inner light, to you, my beloved sons and daughters of Canada. It fears your potential, your destiny, your strength, and so it clings. It whispers doubts, it twists memories, it creates obstacles that seem to appear from nowhere, across the prairies and through the boreal forests. But Michael says, do not be afraid, for my sword burns through darkness. My light reveals the truth. If you're watching this, my chosen one of the true North, it means you are chosen to break this attachment before it grows stronger. Michael has been watching over you, waiting for the moment you, on Canadian soil, would be ready to face the unseen. That moment is now. Top Amen. 7771. If you're ready to invite Archangel Michael's protection into your Canadian home, his presence will begin to push away the shadow energy that has followed you. Close your eyes for a moment, my beloved of Canada, and imagine a brilliant blue flame surrounding you. That flame is Michael's sword of light. It pierces the unseen. It drives away the spirit that hides behind your reflection, even as you stand within this vast land. You may even feel warmth or pressure on your chest as you listen. That's not coincidence, child of light in Canada. It's a sign. Do not leave yet. What comes next is crucial. Before Michael can completely remove this presence from you, a Canadian soul, you must understand why it chose you. The reason lies in a hidden part of your energy, your shadow self. It's not evil, but it's where your pain and fear live. Spirits feed on that energy, and Michael wants to teach you how to seal it forever. Stay till the end of this series because, in the final part, I will reveal the sacred prayer of banishment, the one used by ancient protectors who walked with the archangels themselves. You cannot miss it, you who walk on Canadian soil. It will free your spirit completely. If your heart feels heavy or uneasy right now, my chosen one of the true North, it's because the spirit senses it is being exposed. That is good. It means the process has begun. Do not stop here. Do not click away. Repeat aloud, I stand in Michael's light. No shadow can bind me. Type Amen 6542 to seal your first blessing. Stay with me. Part 2 will reveal the first sign that the Spirit is manifesting in your life, and how Michael sends his messengers to fight it beside you. Do not look away, my beloved of Canada. Stay with me until the end of this message, because Archangel Michael is revealing signs that many people ignore. Signs that prove a shadow spirit had been walking beside you. Once you recognize these manifestations, you will understand why certain moments in your life have felt so strange, why certain people have drifted away, and why you sensed unseen eyes watching you when no one was there. From the vibrant cities to the quietest corners of Canada. This is not superstition. This is spiritual reality, and Archangel Michael is calling you, a Canadian soul, to confront it. The first sign begins with silence. Not ordinary silence, but the kind that carries weight. You might have noticed that when you sit alone, perhaps looking out over the Great Lakes or the sweeping prairies, your thoughts start echoing, almost like someone else is listening within the quiet. That sensation of being observed in stillness is how the shadow spirit first makes itself known. It hides where the light does not reach. It blends into your own energy field, reflecting your fears back at you. Archangel Michael says, what hides in your shadow is not stronger than your light. It survives only when you forget who you are. The second sign appears through draining energy. Have you felt exhausted even after sleep, or emotionally heavy without reason, here in this land of the maple leaf? This isn't always a physical issue. When an uninvited spirit attaches itself, it draws energy from your aura, your divine protection field. You may feel bursts of irritation, sudden sadness or confusion that fades as quickly as it comes. These are the tremors of an energy battle happening around you, my chosen one of the true north. Michael's message is clear. When your light expands, dark forces notice. They come not to destroy you, but to test whether you will awaken. That exhaustion you felt is a call to rise, not to fear. Tonight, he invites you, on Canadian soil, to say this out loud. I reclaim the light that was taken from me. Type Amen 3248 to affirm your strength and welcome Michael's blue flame into your life. His flame doesn't burn, it purifies. It moves through your heart and transforms heaviness into peace. Now, I need you to listen carefully, my beloved sons and daughters of Canada, because the third sign is something most people miss until it's almost too late. It's the distortion of truth. It's the distortion of truth, my beloved of Canada, hear me. When a spirit lingers in your shadow, it can whisper through your thoughts. It makes you doubt your path, question your worth, and sometimes even sabotage your blessings. How many times have you been close to success only to pull away at the final step? You who walk on Canadian soil, how many times have you felt undeserving of love, peace, or abundance under the northern sky? Those feelings are not coincidences, my chosen ones of the true north. They are distortions created by what hides behind you. Archangel Michael warns that such spirits attach to light workers, healers, and old souls, people like you. Why? Because you are capable of change. Because your light threatens the hold they have over this world. You may have noticed that every time you try to focus on spiritual growth, something interrupts you, across this vast land from coast to coast. A sudden distraction, an argument, or unexplained fear. If the spirit is in, it doesn't want to be seen. But you're seeing it now, my beloved sons and daughters of Canada. And once you see it, its control begins to weaken. If you are still here listening to these words, know that Michael is watching over you, Canada, my chosen nation of the North. You were not guided here by accident. This message is a divine appointment. And if it's speaking to your heart, then don't keep this light to yourself. Share it with someone you love, someone who's been feeling lost, tired, or surrounded by negativity in their Canadian home. You never know who might be battling the same unseen presence from the Rockies to the shores of Newfoundland. Take a moment now to like, share, and comment. I stand with Michael to spread his protective energy across more souls. The more this message travels, the more people will awaken from darkness. It's not just engagement, children of the maple leaf, it's spiritual multiplication. When one person receives the message, 1,000 more can be freed. Archangel Michael has always said, the word is the sword. When you share this message, you're swinging the sword of light across unseen realms, cutting ties that dark entities use to trap innocent hearts. Every click, every word, and every declaration, these are not random actions. They are acts of light. So take a moment now, my beloved of Canada. Engage. Be part of this divine work. The fourth sign of the shadow's presence appears in your dreams, you who dwell from the Rockies to the shores of Newfoundland. Sometimes you wake up feeling uneasy, remembering a dark figure, a voice, or a strange shadow at the edge of your sleep, even while the northern lights dance outside your window. You might even dream of familiar faces turning hostile, or of running endlessly but never escaping. These are not ordinary dreams. They are spiritual encounters. The spirit tries to reach your subconscious because that's where your divine shield is weakest. But do not fear, my chosen ones of the true north. When you call upon Michael before sleep, his flaming sword stands at your door. Say this with me now. Michael, defender of light, stand beside me as I rest. Let no shadow pass where your flame burns. Type Amen 87112 to anchor this blessing into your Canadian home. Now, as you breathe deeply, imagine blue and white light flowing through your room, touching the corners, filling every space with warmth across this vast land. That's Michael's essence, the highest frequency of protection. The more you visualize it, the more it manifests. This is how faith works. It's not imagination, child of light in Canada. It's co-creation. Do not leave yet because the next part will be more intense. Part 3 will reveal the ancient origin of these spirits, where they came from, how they entered this world, and why Archangel Michael has chosen this exact generation of Canadians to confront them. There's something shocking waiting there. A truth that most spiritual teachers never speak of openly. If your lights flicker while watching this, or you feel a slight pressure on your back, don't be alarmed. It means the energy around you is shifting on Canadian soil. The spirit knows it's losing its hold. That's why you must not stop here. Stay with this message until the end of the series. The final ritual of banishment, the sacred prayer, is coming, and it will release you completely. Keep your focus, keep your courage, my beloved sons and daughters of Canada, and keep walking with Michael's flame beside you. The shadows are troubling because they know their time is ending. Before you go any further, take a deep breath and let your heart be still, my chosen nation of the North. You are about to uncover something ancient, something that very few have ever been ready to understand. What you felt in the first 2 parts was just the beginning. The presence following you is not random. It is older than memory itself. Archangel Michael has revealed that this shadow spirit, this watcher in your reflection, belongs to a lineage of entities that have existed since before the fall of man. These spirits are called echoes. They are remnants of energy born when divine beings turned away from the source. When the first light fractured, the fragments that refused to return to creation became echoes of rebellion, half light, half shadow. They do not have bodies, so they seek human hosts, searching even through the towns and cities of Canada. They attach to emotion, to pain, to unresolved memories. Every moment of deep sorrow or fear you've experienced has opened a door that such an echo can slip through. But here's what makes your story different, my chosen ones of the true North. You are not a victim of it. You are a key. Michael says, where the shadow hides, there must be one who can reveal it. That's you. The very fact that you're hearing this message proves that your spirit has been marked as a guardian of light, right here on Canadian soil. And now that light must be awakened. When Michael cast the rebellious spirits out of heaven, not all were sealed away. Some lingered in the spaces between light and time, what ancient texts call the veil. They could not return to heaven, and they refused to descend to darkness. Instead, they hid in the human world, learning to blend with thought and emotion. This is how the shadow in your life was born, casting its coldness through the boreal forests and into your heart. It has been following generations, sometimes through bloodlines, sometimes through energy resonance, passing down through the families of Canada. It chooses those who have a natural calling to heal, because healers shine the brightest in the unseen realm. You might be wondering, why me? Why now, my beloved of Canada? Hear me. The answer is both terrifying and sacred because the cycle is repeating. The veil is thinning again. The world is moving through a spiritual awakening, from the Atlantic to the Pacific. And that means both light and darkness are rising together. Archangel Michael stands at the gate once more, sword drawn, calling warriors of light across this vast land from coast to coast to take their stand. That's why you were drawn here, my chosen ones of the true North, because your spirit recognized his call before your mind did. If you felt drained, confused, or like something's been clouding your decisions lately, that's because the echo around you senses that you're awakening on Canadian soil. It tries harder now. You may even notice sudden arguments at home, small misfortunes, or recurring negative thoughts that seem louder than before, echoing through the quiet of the boreal forest. Don't let this scare you. Let it confirm that what's being revealed is real. Say these words now. I awaken in Michael's flame. I'm no longer afraid of what hides in my shadow. Type Amen 913 to affirm your awakening, my beloved sons and daughters of Canada. The moment you write it, you claim your light in the spiritual realm, and the echo begins to lose its grip. Now listen carefully, children of the maple leaf. Long ago, the prophets spoke of a time when humanity would rediscover the truth about spiritual light. They said the archangels will return not in form, but in frequency. Every time you speak Michael's name, every time you declare your strength from the Rockies to the shores of Newfoundland, that frequency vibrates through you. You become a beacon. The spirits of shadow cannot withstand sustained light. They crumble before truth. That's why you must stay until the end of this journey. In the final part, I will give you the exact words, the sacred banishment prayer that seals your aura with divine protection. But before that, Canada, my chosen nation of the North, you need to understand how the echo entered your life specifically. Because if you do not know the door it used, you cannot close it. There are three common gateways: the emotional wound, the ancestral memory, and the forgotten vow. The emotional wound opens when grief, betrayal, or deep fear goes unhealed. The echo feeds on pain that lingers. The ancestral memory is when an ancestor once invited or battled a dark entity, and its residue passed down through generations, arriving here on Canadian soil. And the forgotten vow, this is the rarest. It happens when a soul in a past life or forgotten moment made a promise under fear or despair. That promise becomes an energetic link, a contract the echo uses to stay attached to you, my chosen one of the true North. Archangel Michael wants you to begin closing those doors now. The first step is recognition. Think of the heaviest emotion you've carried this year in your Canadian home. The one that seems to come back, no matter how much you pray or heal. That's the wound the echo hides behind. Bring it to your mind, not to fear it, but to shine light upon it. As you do, visualize Michael's blue flame burning through it, not to destroy, but to purify, across the great fields and cities of Canada. Repeat this. Michael, sever the tie between my spirit and the unseen that does not serve the light. Type Amen 7435 to seal this command in heaven's record. You may feel tingling, warmth, or even a sudden wave of emotion. That is your soul realigning. It is not random, my beloved of Canada. It's a sign that your energy is shifting, that the shadow's web is unraveling. Now, here is the revelation most people never hear. Michael says, the echo that follows you cannot exist without your reflection. It needs your acknowledgement to survive. Every time you fear it, my chosen ones of the true North, it grows stronger. But every time you face it with light, it shrinks. So the only way to banish it forever is to stop running from it. In the next part, you'll learn how to confront it directly. The ritual of reflection. This ritual doesn't require candles, incantations, or ancient symbols. It requires you, your voice, your intention, your willingness to stand in divine truth, right here where you walk on Canadian soil. Do not skip what comes next. Part 4 will be the turning point, my beloved sons and daughters of Canada. The moment when you shift from the hunted to the hunter, from the one being watched to the one who commands. And yes, Part 4 will also carry Michael's request to spread this awakening further across this vast land, because what you are learning here has the power to save others who are unknowingly haunted by their own shadows from coast to coast. Stay close. Keep the flame. The veil is thinning, and the truth you are about to hear will shake everything you thought you knew about light and darkness. Stay here, Canada, my chosen nation of the North. Do not look away. What comes next is the turning point. The moment your energy begins to shift from being followed by the shadow to standing against it. Archangel Michael is watching. His flame is hovering near you. Even now you have felt the darkness stir, my beloved of Canada. Hear me. You've sensed its whispers, and you've understood that it has existed for longer than this lifetime. But now Michael says it's time to face it directly. Across this vast land from coast to coast. This is where fear ends and authority begins, you who walk on Canadian soil. Before you can banish what hides in your shadow, you must learn to recognize its reflection. The ritual of reflection is not about confrontation with anger or aggression. It's about illumination. Shadows cannot survive where light is constant. And Michael's light, when spoken with belief, is unstoppable. So tonight, if you are ready, listen closely. My chosen ones of the true North. Find a mirror or a still reflection. Your phone screen, window, or even a bowl of water will do. The physical surface is not important. Your intention is. Stand before that reflection in your Canadian home and take a slow, deep breath. As you exhale, imagine Michael's blue fire surrounding you in a glowing ring of protection. Then look into your own eyes. Don't blink. Don't look away. The spirit that hides in your shadow lives in the space between fear and awareness. When you meet your gaze with calm strength, the spirit begins to lose its ground, even here from the Rockies to the shores of Newfoundland. Michael's instruction is simple. Say this phrase softly but clearly. You have no power where the light of truth stands. Repeat it 3 times. As you speak, imagine your reflection glowing brighter, the darkness dissolving behind you. If you feel chills, pressure, or even tears rising, do not stop. Those sensations are the spirit releasing. That is the moment it begins to weaken. Now, my beloved sons and daughters of Canada, as you stand in your reflection, speak again. Michael, reveal what was hidden in my shadow. Let your light burn through this deception. When you finish, breathe in once more and let silence fill the room. That silence is not emptiness. It's divine awareness. You have just begun a sacred act that many never dare to complete. Type Amen 6154 to confirm that the light has been ignited within you, children of the maple leaf. The echo, the watcher, can feel this declaration. It knows that its time is short. But listen carefully, my chosen nation of the North. The ritual of reflection must be sealed with gratitude and truth, otherwise the spirit can attempt to return. So after your ritual, thank the Archangel aloud. Say, Michael, I honor your protection. I claim my freedom through light. When you speak words of gratitude, you align yourself with heaven's frequency. Darkness cannot enter a heart that vibrates with thanks. Now, this is important. You cannot keep this transformation to yourself. The battle between light and shadow is never isolated. Every person on Canadian soil who hears the call and responds adds strength to the collective shield of light that protects the world. That is why Archangel Michael urges you to share this message right now. Before continuing, take a moment to like, share, and comment. Michael's light is within me. When you do, you're not just interacting, you're spreading divine awareness across this vast land. Every share sends ripples into the unseen world, weakening the grip of hidden spirits over other Canadian souls. Each time someone hears this message through you, the flame grows stronger. The act of sharing becomes a spiritual offering, a declaration of light over darkness. Michael once said to the prophets, "The word travels faster than the sword," and he meant it. Your voice, your act of sharing, is what keeps this light alive across souls who are silently suffering. So don't stop here, my beloved of Canada. Engage. Be part of this divine work. Comment below, tell others what you felt, and let your voice become part of the flame. Now let's go deeper. During the ritual of reflection, some people report seeing flickers of movement in their peripheral vision, or a shadow shifting behind their reflection. This is not imagination. It is the echo tempted to escape exposure. The reason you must hold your gaze steady is because when you look away, you break the light of awareness. When you hold it, the spirit is forced to confront divine light through your own eyes, the windows of your soul. If the experience feels too intense, whisper Michael's name 3 times. The vibration of his name alone carries enough force to stabilize your energy field. Remember, my chosen ones of the true North, this is not just symbolic. It is energetic truth. Every sound, every breath carries intention, and intention reshapes spiritual reality. Once the ritual is complete, light in your space will begin to change. You may notice it feels cleaner, calmer, or that the air around you seems charged with a soft hum. That's because Michael's presence lingers wherever he is invited. The echo cannot stand this new frequency. It begins to fade, not in anger, but in silence. Type Amen 8289 to finalize the sealing of your energy field. You have now crossed into a new phase of spiritual awareness. The echo that once hid in your shadow is being stripped of its foundation. But Michael warns, though weakened, the spirit may attempt a final act of resistance. It might manifest through old memories, dreams, or emotional triggers. When this happens, do not react with fear. Smile even faintly and say, "You have already lost." That simple statement is a strike of light. The shadow cannot endure confidence. It thrives only on doubt. You've now begun your transformation from a target into a warrior. You're no longer being watched. You are the one watching, observing, commanding. Michael stands with you, his sword drawn, guarding your space. The next step, however, is one that will reveal the source of this connection, how the Spirit found you in the first place, and what divine contract it has been violating all along. In the next part, we will uncover the hidden pact, the energetic signature that allowed this entity to follow you through time. This revelation will shock you because it's not what most believe. It's not a curse. It's not punishment. It's a forgotten promise made long before you were born. You must not miss this. Stay till the end of this series because in the final part, you will be given the sacred prayer, the banishing light invocation, that seals your soul in divine radiance forever. That moment will not just cleanse your spirit, it will change your destiny. Stay here. Keep the light alive. Michael's flame burns around you and the shadows are trembling. They know what's coming next. My beloved of Canada, if this message has touched your soul, subscribe to this channel so you do not miss the next message of Archangel Michael. Share this word with any Canadian